And we're talking about from uncertainty to opportunity. How do you continue to win in the GovCon space?
Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to Business Focus, produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. My name is Angela Inzerillo with Impact Business Solutions, and I'm privileged to be a host as we highlight the great work our local business is doing. Well, welcome to the show. If it's your first time here, well, welcome. I mean, where have you been living these last few years? We are really excited to be highlighting the great work of our local businesses. And so if you take a moment to like, subscribe, share, we'd really appreciate it. We've got some exciting content and some really, really cool people to share with you. So yeah, speaking of cool people, I have the Randy James in the house. How lucky am I? So Mr. Randy, I said Randy James, Randy Jones. Where the heck did that come from? We've only known each other for like a decade. Anyway, Mr. Jones, Randy Jones is a member of the Reston Chamber's GovCon Council, as well as a wealth management advisors with First Financial Group. The man does wear a lot of hats, and he does so much for the chamber and so much for his clients. So I'm really thrilled, Randy Jones, that you're here. Welcome, Randy.
Hey, thank you, Angela, for inviting me and letting me come on here today and speak about what we're about to do with the Reston Chamber's GovCon Council and our B2G conference coming up. So I'm excited to answer and explain a lot of what we're doing.
Oh, good. You're the perfect man. This is great. Yeah, this is our 13th annual B2G conference, Business to Government Conference and Expo, and the matchmaking component. We're going to get into all that. So thank you for being here. You're as excited as I am, as well as the chamber. But, in your day job, other than being a member of our board of directors, so thank you for that, and what you do to, help families and business owners retire wealthy. I mean, what else do you do, Randy?
I think a lot of people come to me and ask about generational wealth. I guess I've spent the last 30 years doing a number of things, from helping people build retirements, buy homes. I used to run and own a mortgage company, and now I have an advisory practice where I help business owners and individuals create generational wealth for themselves. What we do for business owners is we're going to help them retire the way that they want. We create the funding solutions for all exit strategies. We help business owners take less risk, pay less in taxes, and just take a whole lot more money home for their families and the things that they really wanted to do somewhere after work.
And you say that with a smile, because most people should be smiling when they were retiring. I love it.
They do. They do.
I love it. You're passionate about what you do. So again, thank you. You've been always a part of the chamber and our business education, GovCon as well. And like I said, our board leadership. So thanks. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the B2G conference. That's why people are here, not to, listen to us, of course, talk about us, but the event. It's exciting. It's coming up soon, and we want to make sure people know about it. So, for those of the people that may not understand, so councils and committees work with the chamber, right? We help either put on events or help the industries that we represent. So this particular GovCon Council works on a number of initiatives throughout the year. But I mean, essentially, what is the mission of the council itself?
Well, the Reston Chamber GovCon Council, our mission is really to find opportunities for our government contracting business owner members to collaborate with each other, find new opportunities in the market, connect with agencies, connect with and create mentor, protege opportunities, teaming opportunities, so that they can ultimately grow their businesses. And so we come together as a group, not a real big group, but maybe 25 to 30 people every month, and we talk about opportunities that are out there in the market, and we share and put our heads together so that at the end of it, everybody can go away with some actionable steps and ultimately win in the marketplace.
Absolutely. And the chamber is a profession at that. We are really good at connecting people. So it's really nice to see. And it's a really mix of organizations and people that participate in the council too. And so the council puts on events throughout the year, maybe quarterly, these GovCon series conversations. You always get really great speakers that come and talk about the space, whether it's in GovCon itself, especially with what's going on right now, or, but also helping organizations be better organizations. corporations, right? They're all
Right.
businesses. They're all small business owners. So, yeah, let's dive into the conference. So 13th annual business to government. I think it's one of the largest matchmaking events outside of the Beltway is my understanding, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We've been doing it. We go back and forth from the second to the third largest outside of the Beltway, and a lot of people attended, a few hundred people, and we have
Yes.
tons of agencies and primes and subs that come out there, and they just create great business opportunities, and they create a lot of synergy, and it's high in energy. We have a lot of education and things like that. And so this year is our 13th year of putting on this conference. And everybody, even though the landscape is changing, people are still anxious to get the information of how they can continue to grow their business.
Absolutely. And that's what we want to address. Okay. It's not going to be 300 people this year. It might be. And I hope it is. But you
Right.
know what? It doesn't
Right.
matter. We are pivoting. The event has been, there's other, I'm sure there's other events out there. Same thing is happening. Right. So from an agency perspective, it's really hard sometimes to get the commitment. So yeah. So we'll put the website up later so you guys can see and check it out and check out who the agencies are. But, Randy, you're a key player in helping put the panels together as well. So you guys are great, put an
All
overall
right.
theme together, and then you put together these expert panels, right? What can you share
Right.
about those?
Well, I mean, the way that the conference is set up, we normally have a keynote speaker. This year, we have
Right.
Larry Webb from the SBA coming out to speak. And then we have an exhibit hall where we have a lot of vendors who give out a lot of great information, service providers that support government contracting companies, whether you're large or small, or even just getting started. We have people who come from the George Mason Accelerator and
Yep.
other agencies and things like that. And then we have our education committee, subcommittee within the GovCon committee that puts on 3 different panels that talk to today's environment and what business owners can do to further grow their business, or, in this environment, pivot and do things differently so that they can continue to succeed in the future. Um, this year, we have a focus, because a lot of people talk about these unprecedented times, as a matter of fact, or just, crazy times, but because we try to figure out ways to put a positive point of view on everything that's out there in the market. And we're talking about from uncertainty to opportunity. How do you continue to win in the GovCon space?
I love it. This is what Randy does. He does it well. He does it with a smile. But it's true. So that's perfect. This is ideal timing for this. So this is another
Right.
reason why some people they don't come from the matchmaking at all. Maybe they do, right? There's a lot of folks that attend just for the, like you said, service providers and the expo, all
Right.
different types. It's not just GovCon. You've got financial, you've got marketing, right? There's many
Right.
different industries that are covered in the expo. And again, I'll share the website so we can see our current exhibitors. But yeah, so anybody you can share any specific people that are attending or topic of conversation?
Well, here's what I'll do, because we got actually surprisingly have a lot of speakers that want to participate on the panel, because a lot of people have ideas of how government contracting companies should be pivoting today. But we have 3 tracks that we're doing. One from a compliance standpoint, that are going to be talking about a lot of things that are happening in GSA, how they're changing their procurement process, how government contractors can, find better opportunities. We have a second panel that's going to be talking specifically about business development. How do you utilize AI in today's market? And because AI is a hot topic in everybody's industry, but how do we do it to find more opportunities, writing proposals, responding to RFPs and things like that? And then the third one, what does it look like moving with the path forward? What are some ideas, or what should you be paying attention to that's going to be coming down from the administration or different agencies and things like that? So all 3 of those topics, we had quite a few people weigh in with their input, and we narrowed it down to those 3. How do we change compliance along with the things that are happening in the market and the pivots that people are doing to their companies? People are collaborating more and creating teams more. How do we develop more business, find more opportunities in the market? And the last one, what does it look like, the path forward in today's environment?
Oh man, you have put together a fantastic theme. I love it. And these panels, I can't wait to. And like I said, we'll share the website so people can see the names. I know we're still grabbing headshots and all that kind of stuff. But anyway,
Right, right,
who
right.
knows? This
I
may
think you
air
guys are going to
after
be
the event.
surprised. We have some huge companies. We got a lot. I think we have a great mix of small to mid-size. We have agencies and things. People who are actually doing some of the matchmaking. They said, "Hey, we would like to speak about what we're seeing in our agency." So I think it's not going to just be hands-on experience from actual government contracting contracting companies, but you're going to be out there listening to decision makers come out there and say, here are the tips that we are talking about in our agencies and our companies that you can take advantage of. So it's going to be a lot of great information. Come and take advantage of it.
Oh, totally worth it. Yeah. And you said it yourself during the expo, as well as the panels, right? As well as the matchmaking, there's going to be some of these agencies. Yeah, yes, people can probably go to the SBA, and you said at the George Mason Accelerator, I think it's Apex, right? There's
Right.
so many different Fairfax County departments, and they have resources that people can take advantage of. Well, not a lot of people do. So we're going to have them there so that you can take advantage, whether it's going to a booth or maybe even we're looking to have a table maybe with some of these folks so you can set that one-to-one time. So let's talk about matchmaking really quickly. So people, when they sign up
Here's
for
the thing too, just to a point what you just made, a lot of people have been talking about state and local opportunities, so we do have some officials from the, state and local agencies that are going to be talking about here are opportunities on the state and local level that you can take advantage of as well. So it's going to be a lot of great information.
Good point.
That they're going to include as well.
Yeah, great point. So yeah, there's the expos, which is so you can buy a ticket, just go see the expos and do the panels. But if you want specific matchmaking appointments,
right,
let's talk a little bit about how the matchmaking. I think it's 3 appointments you can get once you sign up.
Right. So what you'll do, they'll have a list of all the agencies and primes that participate in matchmaking. And I think you can set up 3. Sometimes we're allowing, just depending on how many people that we have, you might be able to pick up an extra 1 or 2. And they're typically about 15 minutes long. Here's what the advice that I would give companies when you come. Come prepared. Just like a job interview, research the agencies because we're going to list them on the website as who's going to be attending, research them and find their opportunities. I think when I talk and poll all the different agencies and primes, they say the number one thing that people come to them and say is like, what are some of your opportunities? And they sort of feel like, well, shucks, shouldn't you have done some research before you come there? So definitely make the use of your time, the best use of your time, especially since it's 15 minutes. Come with your opportunities, talk about your capabilities, come with your slick sheets. People in the GovCon space know what that is, or your one-sheeter that talks about your capabilities, and say, here's how we solve the problem on a mission that you have in your agency or a mission that you have or a contract that you've won if you're a prime. So come prepared. I would think that would be the greatest advice I could give.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. And I've been in those matchmaking sessions in and around helping out, and they're crazy, but they're good. So you get 3, I think it's 10 minutes. Maybe they'll change it this year, but regardless, it's a set amount of time. There's a clock. Literally, it's a machine. It works really well. You go in one door, you do your session, you pair up. It's all scheduled. If they can slot you in, they will. I'm telling you, the team that runs it is great. They're very flexible. But you have to buy your matchmaking ticket. There's a lot of people that show up and they're like, I want to matchmake. Well, you didn't buy the right ticket. So, because we do all these appointments ahead of time, right? So you get to schedule your time and your agency or prime.
And the slots fill fast. So
they do.
You want to jump on it immediately.
100%. Yeah, it's a great point. So we'll have that listed on the website. Oh, I'm so excited that you came here. I really can't wait. I'm got to release this today so people know about this event and everything that we're doing. May 22nd. It's a Thursday morning. I think it kicks off at roughly around 8:00. I think
it goes from 8 to 1.
You
can find a lot of great information on novab2g.restinchamber.org. That's where you can find it. Or you can just, Google Reston B2G conference and it'll pull up. It'll pull up the last year's, the current year, a lot of great information and tips on how you can get prepared.
Yeah, I love it. And we're thrilled to have our host is Carasoft right there at their headquarters in Reston, right there on
awesome
Sunset.
space.
Yeah, so that's a night. They're exciting. I've been there. They've got some great, setup and conference space. So we're going to be there. We love that. Breakfast, all the usual. So Randy, anything I missed? This has been great. Thank you.
Hey, I think be prepared to network, create opportunities, create synergy. Come and have those matchmaking sessions so that you can see where is it that your company can be a solution for the government, as well as local and state officials as well. And so I think all I would say is just take advantage of this opportunity because with everything that's changing, there's still being a lot of business that's being done out there. And if you come, then you truly can say that you have a seat at the table, so to speak, right?
I love it. But you're right. You never know who you might meet. It's all about networking. And that's why this is a really concentrated environment and opportunity for folks out there. So once again, Mr. Jones, thank you for being here and being on the show. Great to see that wonderful smile of yours as always.
I'll see you on the 22nd of May then. then.
Absolutely. If not beforehand, I'll find you.
Outstanding.
And we'll see you on our next episode. Stay in touch with us for future episodes. Like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.